A majority of Sri Lanka's population move into urban areas for social and economic reasons. Rapid urban expansion is seen as a steady number of people move to the cities for employment and services. Sri Lankan cities have to make many provisions to accommodate them. As the population increases, its effects on the city is visible. New buildings that are constructed haphazardly obstruct the airflow while the concrete itself emits heat, creating heat islands in the city. Cities consume over 80% of energy and other resources. Traffic congestion, high emission of greenhouse gases, increased waste, air and water pollution negatively impact the climate and contribute to global warming. However, every city in the country has the potential to be a climate-smart city by adopting small changes to achieve the right balance. A city is similar to the human body. The trees are the lungs, they help purify the air. The streets are the veins, they help move people and traffic. The buildings are the muscle, where economic activities that strengthen the city take place. The brain and the nervous system are equivalent to a connected city which monitors and gathers data which is processed in order to formulate urban solutions. Just like the human body, the city requires balance to function efficiently. Cities can be equipped with solar street lamps that use smart sensors which conserve energy by increasing and decreasing lamplight according to the sunlight. Growing tree canopies will help increase the air quality and provide shade to encourage walkability. Green roundabouts, green fencing, and vertical gardens will also help to reduce air pollution and sequester carbon whilst beautifying the city. As the city expands, the volume of vehicles increases, causing traffic congestion. Promoting the use of mass transportation such as buses and trains in major cities is the simplest method by which to reduce traffic congestion within city limits. A centralized, multimodal transport hub will offer easy access to all modes of sustainable transport. Hop-on and hop-off electronic transport systems will help to reduce carbon emissions and reduce traffic. Park and ride facilities allow urban residents to park their vehicles at the transport hub and use public transport to reach their destination. This reduces traffic congestion and the use of fossil fuel. Additionally, vertical axis wind turbines fixed on islands on main roads will use vehicular movement to create energy that can be added to the national grid. Alternate methods of travel such as canal transport systems will reduce the number of vehicles on the roads. Solar charging points encourage the use of e-vehicles that help reduce the consumption of fossil fuels, while multi-level car parks will lower traffic congestion on the streets. To further reduce traffic congestion within the city, alternate overhead or underground routes and bypass roads can be constructed for ease of travel. Similar to human muscles, buildings can generate heat but require cooling down. Fixing windows on the north and south walls is an efficient way to bring in natural light into buildings. This aids in reducing artificial lighting needs. a building fitted with solar panels can power solar lights, which also conserves energy. Additionally, energy-saving lamps can be used to further reduce the consumption of energy. An energy-efficient central air conditioning system within a building helps to conserve energy. Offices with double-glazed windows are able to reflect heat and thereby reduce the interior temperature of a building. Cross-ventilation is a natural method of cooling. This method relies on the wind to force in cool air and force out warm air of a building, thereby lowering its interior temperature. Wind-powered propellers fixed on buildings can help generate eco-friendly energy. Constructing buildings in a manner that would cast a wide shadow allows for a city to utilize those zones for children's park, food trucks, and recreational spaces that would benefit from the shade. Green roofs or living roofs on a building are partially or completely covered with vegetation, which provides a rainwater buffer, purifies the air, and lowers and regulates the indoor temperature. Biogas plants situated in close proximity to buildings can also help in reducing water and soil pollution while creating green energy in an eco-friendly manner. Biogas plants will provide renewable energy for cooking whilst providing a solution for kitchen and toilet waste. Water is vital to the human body. Similarly, the management of water is vital to the lifeblood of a city. One of the simplest means is rainwater harvesting. The system collects runoff rainwater with the aid of storage tanks, which collect the water from the roofs of offices. The system then filters that water for impurities and stores it for reuse within the same premises. As water is an essential resource, inefficient water systems can hamper the proper functioning of a city. Regular water audits provide information on all water users in facilities. These audits help to identify ways to increase water use efficiency within a city. Large cities require an efficient flood control system. An inefficient flood control system can cause damage to buildings. Constructing buildings on stilts will help to overcome flooding within the city. Tree boxes and infiltration trenches are bio-efficient means of controlling stormwater. With the aid of pebbles or sand, these boxes collect stormwater, filters and removes its pollutants, and ultimately increases groundwater levels whilst reducing flooding. Permeable pavements, too, can be used for rainwater retention, where its role is to drain runoff or pooled surface water back into the local ecosystem. impermeable bricks can be used instead of conventional concrete blocks in driveways and car parks, as they prevent water from amassing and flooding. Whilst these methods help to recharge the groundwater layer, it also helps to cool the city. Similar to the human body, cities need to dispel waste to maintain a balance. To achieve this, waste segregation at the point of generation is vital. Waste can be segregated according to materials, where a 4-bin garbage system is used to separate paper, plastic, glass, and food waste. Large bins on the road could be fitted with sensors. These sensors will indicate to the municipal council that the bin is full and that it needs to be emptied. This makes garbage collection efficient, and it reduces traffic as the trucks only need to travel when required. Waste materials such as paper, plastic, and glass can be recycled and reused, thereby lowering the use of natural resources. Processing organic waste to produce compost, biogas, or creating incineration plants to produce energy from waste material is beneficial to a climate-smart city. Electricity generated from waste to energy plants can be added to the national grid. Biogas is a green energy that can be used as a source of fuel that can be used for domestic cooking purposes. Sewerage waste collected into sewerage treatment plants are treated and filtered appropriately to be reused in gardens and construction sites. Currently, Sri Lanka has taken the first essential steps to creating climate-smart cities within different areas of the country, which enhance the quality of life of its people. These areas, created in harmony with nature, offer residents of cities spaces for relaxation while encouraging a healthier lifestyle. Urban ecosystems are vital to a city as they reduce flooding, replenish groundwater, and filter waste. Miniature ecosystems can be incorporated in homes and schools on a smaller scale. On a larger scale, urban forest parks within cities aid in providing shelter for wildlife and have positive climate impacts. Urban forests with native plants will aid in air and water filtration, control stormwater, sequesters carbon, improve soil conditions, whilst maintaining an ecological balance and act as a habitat for larger fauna. Utilizing these many recommendations, every city in Sri Lanka can make necessary adjustments to become environmentally sustainable, climate sensitive, and economically viable. These create healthy and livable urban settings, which strike the right balance by becoming a climate-smart city.